Welcome to the last video of this series. I love that this answers another common question. So a lot of times what we get is, Dawn, how long do I have to wear the patches? And this is a great video to be able to answer that question because David Schmidt goes into detail about short-term as well as long-term benefits of using these stem cell activation patches. So listen in. Really what I like to share with people is, well, when you're ready to start aging again, then you don't have to wear your patches anymore. I love that I've been able to save money. There's certain therapeutics that I don't have to do anymore. There's lots of supplements that I don't need to take anymore. It just makes things very simple. And so what I want to say to you is, what do you have to lose, right? This company stands behind what they do. They give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. And so get back with the person that shared this with you. We want to be able to show you how you can get that at a discount. They want to know what it is that's going on in your body that you're trying to see benefits from. We have some great starter packages that will get you started. So guys, listen in as David Schmidt talks about the cumulative effect of using the patches and how you can see changes in your body. All right, bye for now.
Then how would we characterize some of these things? And the reason why this is important is that if we can, like when I'm looking to invent something, I want to create a detailed map of the problem to define the problem, because if you can't articulate, if you can't define the problem, then how are you going to come up with a solution? So in things like age reversal, you want to understand what is really going inside the cell. We can look at mitochondrial function. We can look at the potential, the electrical potential around the cell. There's epigenetic changes that occur, so changes in gene expression. The ability of the cell to detoxify. We look at the phase angle around the cell membrane. These and other measures are an important way to define the aging process. So as we define the aging process, then we can look at each one and say, okay, how exactly could I go about enhancing mitochondrial function? And then if we do that, what effect is that going to have on gene expression over time, and ultimately, is that going to result in lengthening telomeres? Is it going to result in beneficial changes in gene expression? And then so ultimately, do we see reversal of the age of the cell? And this is actually a relatively long process. We were doing a study, I don't know if I should say this. What the heck. We were doing a study on to see if any of our patches would lengthen telomeres. And what we found is that if we looked at 3 months post using this patch, you couldn't see any change in the telomeres. But at 6 months, you began to see those changes. In age reversal, you have to go about 6 to 9 months of using a product before we actually start to see beneficial changes in gene expression. So some of these changes are going to show up in a relatively short period of time. There are effects which we can measure in the metabolism of the cell by doing blood and urine testing that will show up within minutes, bioelectrical tests that show up within less than 1 minute, but then other things are going to be much, much longer, 6-9 months. So it's important that we look at these things from the point of view of you start on an exercise program, you start taking supplements, you start using patches. There's going to be effects that you're going to see immediately, like reduction in pain, improvement in range of motion. There's going to be other effects that will show up over a period of a few weeks, such as 3 to 6 weeks, improvements in cognition. And then there's other effects yet that are going to show up over a period of many months. So it's important to be very, very consistent with these programs. Don't start a program and then a week or two later stop because you didn't think something worked the way that you wanted it to. This is about, a lifetime commitment to health and wellness.